Upon arrival at a hospital's emergency room, patients are categorized according to their conditions as critical, serious, or stable. In the past year, so the probability that, 10% of the emergency room patients were critical, so the probability of critical is 0.10. 30% of emergency room patients were serious, so the probability of serious is equal to 0.30. The rest of the emergency room patients were stable, so the probability of stable, so that would be 0.60. All right. 40% of the critical patients died, so the probability that, so the probability that they died, given that they were critical, right, is 0.40. The probability that they died, given that they were serious, is 0.10, because 10% of the serious patients died, and 1% of the stable patients died. So the probability of dying, given that they were stable, was equal to 0.01. Given that a patient survived, calculate the probability that the patient was categorized as serious upon arrival. So given that they survived, so the probability that they was serious, given that they survived, which would be D complement, right? So using Bayes' theorem, we know, so I'm going to scoot this. Using Bayes' theorem, I know this is equal to the probability of D complement given serious times the probability of serious all over the probability of D complement given serious, probability of serious, plus the probability of D complement given critical times the probability of critical. Let's do it a little bit more. Plus the probability of D complement given stable times the probability of stable. Okay. So we know that D given serious is 0.10, so D complement given serious would be, so this would be equal to 1 minus 0.10 times the probability of serious is 0.30 over, so the probability of D complement, so the same thing here, 1 minus 0.10 times 0.30 plus, so D given C is 0.40, so this would, D complement given C would be 1 minus 0.40 times the probability of critical is 0.10 plus, so D complement given stable, so D given stable is 0.01, so this would be 1 minus 0.01 times the probability of stable is 0.60. All right, so doing this math, this would be equal to 0.27 over 0.924, which would give me 0.29. And that is B.